Oh, it was great.
He swallowed another Goron whole.
Swallowed. No, he picked them up and ate them.
Probably Steve's.
Yeah, probably.
Fun, don't dance.
Better.
では、前に出ます。
Hello, chat. How's everyone doing? I'm doing good. Hope you guys are as well. Hope everybody had a great weekend. I did get the stream tweeted out. If chat would do me the favor, go give that some love. Just thinking if there's anything else I need to address before the beginning of stream. But I don't believe so. So, hello. Let's go. Oh, I probably need to fix my camera. And more, apparently. Okay, hold on. There we go. I had a power outage yesterday, and I think it's reset a bunch of stuff. Hello, Field. Hello, Shadow. Burning. Well, Ein. Do see the rest of you, but I'm just trying to get to my properties. Okay. There we go. I got my level 4 sorcerer killed. I learned my lesson, and riding a horse in the jungle is difficult. Yes, it is. It's one of the reasons I'm not a huge fan of the jungle. It's very difficult to navigate at times. Vermintide 2 is free, so I got it. Nice. Hello, Yugi. Hope everybody's doing good. Hello, Razy. Hello, Persh. And yeah, sorry, Shadow and anybody else was playing on the Conan server. If that went down on you guys, like I said, I had a power outage, and I didn't like reboot my computers because I didn't realize they had even gone down. So if Conan was unplayable for a while, I did get it booted back up at lunch today, but that was when I first noticed it was even down. But hello, everybody. Again, like I said, I hope everybody had a good weekend. I did. I had the girlfriend over Saturday, and I had offered to like for her to be able to stay if she wanted, and so she actually did. So our date continued from Saturday into Sunday, which was awesome. she made breakfast for us, and I say breakfast loosely, as in like it was breakfast food, but we were eating it at like lunchtime each day. So it was definitely fun. But yeah, unfortunately, I had to cancel D&D on the group last night, so I'm sorry for anybody that was looking forward for the D&D group. I think we might go, and I Bob, do you know what the polling is saying right now? Because I haven't clicked on any of them yet. I'll just go ahead and say potentially yes on all of these. So it looks like we might be able to do the 30th. Like I said, that's the day that my parents are coming back, so I'll be celebrating Thanksgiving with them on the 30th, but I may be like done by stream time, so I don't know. I'll have to see. Will I ever convert my fragments? Does it bother you that I have 314 of them? I definitely like my fragments to sit out there for a little bit. Mostly because it makes my quartz amount seem lower than it actually is. So if it eventually converts, it's good. Thank you for the 71, Jade. Appreciate it. And like I said, I had a fantastic weekend. I hope you guys did too. We did get news on JP. We finally have a date for their upcoming stream, which is going to be the like prologue and the caster grand duel. So all of that will be happening next month, and definitely they're going to be trying to like get on some of that stuff earlier, because obviously at the end of the month we have the conclusion chapter of part 2, which I am ecstatic for at this point, to finally get like some closure to Lost Belt. I know like a lot of people really like Cosmos and the Lost Belt. I'm not going to say like it was bad by any stretch of the imagination, but I do feel like Cosmos and the Lost Belt was a little bit of a like, how should I put it? Like just something that really like dragged on for a long period in time. So I need neutral Hellfires. We'll go for the Hellfires, since they are half AP. Anything I particularly want to level? I think we'll go with Lancers, since they're all available today. I actually don't know what comp this is going to throw in here. I really should stop abusing this composition so much, but I think we'll go with it for a little bit longer. It's getting a lot of mileage out of my Scotty and Summer Scotty. Sunday brunch is the thing? Yeah. Hello, Drifting. Hello, Insane. I don't convert them until I need them. Yeah, that's usually what I do as well. Surely the fragments will become 99 plus anchors. Eventually it does like cap out. Like not in the sense of like you can, like I think you can keep having as many fragments as you want, but the slider won't display more quartz. Like it's still all there. You'll still all get it. It just only like the display caps out. It overstayed its welcome, yes. We also got bamboozled last week with the maintenance. Yeah, I think a lot of us were surprised that like the event wasn't coming on NA until later. So, is what it is. Paying the lurk tax. Thank you, Clue. Appreciate it, my man. Chad, I also did look up some stuff on Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, because we're going to play that later, and I wanted to make sure that it was like I feel kind of lost playing the game, so some of the stuff I looked up was like how to be better at combat, like kind of like certain things like, okay, where do I get the training and stuff from? Because like I feel like that's the biggest problem that I have right now, is like everything is just rough. Like I have no money, I'm low on health, nobody wants to let me sleep anywhere, so it's just like a lot of problems, and I suck at combat. We're gonna get better at it, I hope. Visual max, but storage isn't right. Hope it's long enough to answer the necessary questions we've all had. Yeah, I mean, I think it will. I think like the part 2 conclusion is going to answer a lot of stuff, and I think the only stuff that's going to be unanswered is going to be things that they will potentially talk about either in an epilogue or in a part 3. The reason I bring up an epilogue is because that is something that like Nasu's mentioned before, that like with past visual novels and stuff, they have done a, as he called it, an after treatment, and that is like epilogue chapters that they release. I hope they don't go that route, because that would be a sign that like they are definitely going to stop doing stories. So while I do think people would still stick around, still play those, I think that would be a death knell for the game making money. And so it's like, I would hope they would not do that, because it would be something where I feel like they would have to force themselves when, after all these years, they've raked in money. If they do that, I feel like it's just going to like cut their legs out from under them a little bit. Did you figure out how to get your money back in KCD2? I figured out some like methods for making money. I also like, I think the thing I looked into was like that pickpocketing and stealing and stuff. Like, it is very much like Skyrim, where if you're caught doing it, there's a problem. But as long as you're not caught, it doesn't reflect negatively on you. And that's what I was worried about, is that like the world kind of knew, and that I shouldn't do any of those sorts of things. Because it's really weird, because like obviously in real life, you're not going to like pickpocket people, but in a video game, you look at that stuff and you're like, man, I have no money. What do I do? Well, that person's a literal walking money bag. I'm going to go get the money from. So it's kind of fucked up. It's kind of applicable to real life, but it's not something you should do in real life. If the ref didn't see it, it didn't happen, yeah. Power of reloading saves, too. That's a little bit more difficult in Kingdom Come Deliverance, because you only can save, I think, in a bed that you own and with save your schnapps. NP5 Doji Tamamo today. Nice, congrats. Not sure what's left to roll down, my JP. Welcome to, like, how I've been as a Saberface fan for a while now. Like, I do feel like this is one of the problems that they have, is that they have built a culture of, like, fandoms and fan bases in FGO, and people will complain that there are too many Saberfaces. My counter is, you have groomed people to expect them, and now you're rug pulling them away. What's that going to do? It's just going to make people not want to play the game. Like, it's not a smart move, in my opinion. I get like toning it down some, but you definitely should still keep providing them. So to me, I think I look at that sort of thing, and it's like, I think we can easily draw the same analog with, like, say the Rin fans, that like, oh man, we got like Ishtar and Ereshkigal, and then we got like nothing. And so it's like people were beginning to expect more Rin faces, and then they just didn't. And I feel like a lot of the Rin fans kind of felt disaffected by that. So it's like, in general, I don't feel like that sort of strategy pays off for them in the long run. I do think they need to keep things diverse, and they don't just need to make it all like a nostalgia trip. But I would argue that FGO has had a problem of having too little nostalgia rather than too much. In a video game, if NPC has a wallet, stealing it is a feature. Yeah. They did also release the prices for Hightail. That was definitely interesting, because I think like back in the day, and maybe my memory is a little scuffed on this, but I remember paying like $15 for Minecraft back in the day, which I thought was like extremely fairly priced. I think like originally it was like free, and then I think once Notch got out of it, they started charging money for it. I think it's after the first acquisition or whatever. But I just remember it being like, yeah, like this is really still good value. As opposed to if you look at like Hightail being like $20, it's like, well, I still feel like there's a lot of value for that. I got Minecraft for like 10. Yeah. It was free when it was an alpha, I think. Yeah, or maybe beta as well. I just I remember there was a point at which it was free, and I was playing back in those days because I really liked the idea of Minecraft. I thought, like, as somebody that has a creative side to him, that Minecraft was really cool and what it allowed you to do. I think, like, ultimately the biggest issue that I've had with Minecraft is that it does not further develop its systems beyond its basic premise. That's something that I like the look of Hytale, because Hytale's like almost adding that like survival crafter element to the game that like it took Minecraft years to even like approach, and even then like Minecraft doesn't really have much in the way of like combat and like goals for the character. So it's something that I feel like they could really, why did I pop that? That they could really use in Minecraft. Beta cost money? Okay. Yeah, I couldn't remember. I just remember originally when I played it, it was nothing. And then I think like I came back to it years later. It's like, oh shit, I have to pay $15. I was like, yeah, whatever. It's $15, right? Which also is really interesting that I think Conan Exiles has announced that they're going to be doing another update for it, which is really good. Really glad to hear it, because Dune Awakening by Funcom has been getting patched quite a bit here lately, and the numbers are not doing well for it. Like, the patches are kind of just nothing patches. So it's nice to hear that they're still putting some attention on Conan, because Conan's still one of my favorite games. And I have a key to another survival craft game that I might want to like try out and play with you guys. Howard also announced an update for December with improved base building and an Ultra Kill collab. See, I feel like Ultra Kill is a weird collab for that, but yeah, I'm definitely down. I feel like what ultimately kills a lot of the survival crafter games is not that they don't have like a fun gameplay loop, it's that they just don't update them after a while. Like they put out their initial release, they bug fix some stuff, but they never add any more content to them. And I feel like if they do, like let's be real here, chat. Let's look at the survival craft games that have had content added to them. How successful are they? I mean, shit, you're talking about like Minecraft, Ark. Like there's a ton of really like lucrative content there that I'm sure it cost the developers a ton to make, but their fan bases just grew exponentially because they just kept putting shit in the game. And I feel like if you do that with other survival craft games, you would have a lot of money. But unfortunately, a lot of the games that have come out in that genre, they just are their initial offering and never really much more. Hey, my wife. What's up, gurus? Yeah, I definitely, chat knows on NA, I've been abusing the Okitan comp for months now. I use it to farm shells in the Bleached Earth quest, but I'm kind of lazy, and this comp is so strong that I just don't get off of it. So even for something like this. And then Ark died under its own weight. Right, and that's, you know, like, understandable, but at least Ark had a really good run, right? Like, you start thinking about that stuff and how much it actually had. Like, even to a degree, as much as, like, Roblox has been in the news and has been, like, very poorly perceived right now, Roblox definitely had a like smart idea where they're just like, okay, we're Minecraft, but now you guys can make stuff. Like we put the content in your hands. And I feel like, man, they pulled a fast one with that, and that tricked a lot of people, and it got a lot of people just like making that game super popular. Which is kind of funny. I feel like the trend always has been that the more power you give to the players, the more control you give to the players, usually the better off your game is. There's a point where like the players will remove any amount of fun from a game, but there's also a lot of like benefit to it. I always get bored once I get geared up. See, that's one of the reasons that I like Conan. Conan has sort of almost like the MMO-esque like post-game arc. But yeah, I do think like that sort of thing is inevitable. I think what makes some of these games good and fun is when there's enough content there in a post-game that you don't feel immediately like burnt out. So, like, for instance, in Conan, you have dungeons, you have potentially PvP, obviously, and then you have a like PvE, like base raid type of situation where you start doing purges and you can like try to defeat up to like a rank 10 purge. And that's a really smart system. I've actually seen a lot of other survival craft games copy it because it's just such a like good idea to have in your game, is to have a PvE mode that can be done either solo or with friends. And I think that's really, really good. Conan building system is fun and exploring is nice. Yeah. Yeah, that's like I said, I think one of the biggest issues that Conan has just that they never expanded the base map after they like added the north and the jungle. And they instead tried to do their DLC map, and I just don't think the DLC map did well. They purposely introduced the DLC to kill their old title by killing almost all the mods it had. Yeah, it's really funny because we've had that same issue with like the Bethesda games where it's like, oh, here's an update and all the mods are bricked. I hate that, but that's why it's been interesting because like I think you could argue that there was a like golden era of modding. So like I want to say like Oblivion through Skyrim through Fallout 4. I know these are all Bethesda games, right? And pretty much like here, like some point after Fallout 4 was your golden era of modding. There's still modding in a lot of games, but now post this era, you have a lot of live service, you have a lot of always online, and you have a lot of, hey, we've come back to these old games and applied an update, breaking a bunch of the mods. So you started to see a concept called forking. And what the fork am I talking about? So forking is you splitting off a new branch from the mod. So let's say your mod worked in patch 2.1, and now patch 2.2 is here. But between this time, years have gone by, and the original modder just left. So this mod is dead in the water. No one's ever going to update it. What you started to see is a lot of modders saying, fuck this, I'm going to go back. I'm going to take the 2.1 version of this mod, and I'm going to update it for 2.2. In some cases, they get permission to do this. I think a lot of people will try to get permission. But in some cases, like, you legitimately can't get a hold of the modder. The modder's, like, moved on with their life. They don't even play video games anymore at some points. So it's like, sometimes if you want the mod to survive, people just have to kind of brute force it and take it. That's what forking is. And it's unfortunate. I feel like you should always ask for permission if you can. But there is a point where you should say, like, hey, it's not that the person shouldn't receive credit for their original creation. They absolutely should. But people just can't enjoy it anymore if nobody updates it. So it's been a controversial issue, I think, in the modding community for a little bit. But I think, like, forking is a good thing because, yeah, like, you can't expect this, like, individual that created a mod, like, 15 years ago to perpetually maintain that mod into the future. Like, you're gonna have to, like, if people want to continue to use it, it's gonna have to get taken over by someone else. So I think that's a good thing. I think, like, yeah, it sucks that happens with, like, the Bethesda games and stuff, but I think ultimately that's just the future of modding. Is as games age, as mods age, people are going to end up having to take it over. As long as the OG is credited, it should be fine. As long as the OG is credited and the OG isn't still active. So I've seen people try to fork a mod where it's like, okay, here's the mod, and they'll try to fork it, but the original is still going. And that's fucked up. That's just theft. Like, that's just people saying, like, oh, you made this? I made this. But yeah, that's not smart of a developer to do. I can at least say in most of the cases, like in Bethesda's, that a lot of their updates, I think, are like, hey, they're trying to add new features and stuff. The problem is, like, some of the new features that they're adding are like, they're so small, or they were something that like was already covered by a mod anyways, and you're bricking 99% of other mods just to add this small feature that no one really asked for. So I think that's where that stuff gets stupid. But yeah, I don't understand like our trying to kill their own game over it. Three days till good. Yep. 3 days. I was still surprised that they kind of rug pulled us and that they didn't do good right away, but it is what it is. So chat, let's talk about this week. I will actually be here with you guys for Thanksgiving. So Thursday I will probably stream. For those of you guys that celebrate Thanksgiving, you won't be here. That's fine. If you're somebody that you're not able to celebrate it this year, or you're somebody that's like, maybe you live in a different country and your Thanksgiving is not something that you celebrate, or it's just not at that time of year, I'll be on. So hopefully that will appease all of you guys. No, I'm not doing it for you. I am actually like not going on my family's trip for Thanksgiving for this year. So that basically is how all of that happened. So I'm already going to be here anyways. I may as well stream, hang out with you guys, and provide you guys some source of entertainment, especially if you guys are feeling lonely or bummed out because of the holidays. I'll probably join late. Yeah, it's all good. I understand. I mean, like, it's a holiday. I'm not going to expect anyone to show up. Maybe FGO, may not be. We'll see. Like, may just be like my normal streams where I do like FGO until we run out of stuff to do, and then we go do something else. Padoru time Friday, then perhaps. Is CAD offering BFE? Wait, what do you mean BFE? Is CAD offering buttfuck Egypt? Because that's the abbreviation for BFE that I know. Boyfriend experience? No. No, girlfriend's gonna be down with her family, which rightfully so. We start late over here, yeah. And what's up, Podcast? Busy cooking Thanksgiving dinner? No, it's all good. Like I said, you guys don't have to tune in. I'll be here for those of you guys that don't have anything better to do. My brother works in the food industry on Thanksgiving. Huh. That's miserable. Like, I would assume like restaurants aren't open. So is he... Oh no, I'm just curious as to like what else he would do. Call us sugar lumps? I don't think any of your lumps are filled with sugar other than insulin, chat. Maybe they are. Pre-order dinners pick up. Some buffets are open. Yeah, it's weird. I would think most places would be closed on Thanksgiving, but I guess some places got to be open, right? I can't wait to be told I'm ruining Thanksgiving because we ran out of peanut oil. What? Huh? How is that ruining Thanksgiving? Local Chinese place is open, if I remember correctly. Yeah, like again, I get it if you're not somebody that really actually celebrates Thanksgiving. Although it's really weird. It's not like Thanksgiving needs to be like this cultural thing where it's like only the white people can celebrate it. No, it's like Thanksgiving is a general concept. I do think there's a lot of like people attached, like religious and cultural associations to it, but like quite literally anybody can celebrate Thanksgiving. It's just, hey, you like your family and friends getting together and having a whatchamacallit, a dinner together. How else do you deep fry your turkey without peanut oil, Cad? I don't know. I've actually never like fried up a turkey myself. I was just talking to a girlfriend about this because I was laughing because I think like when we first got to know each other, she was insisting that I was a really good cook. And I've told her, it's like, I am, but it's like, I am not a good cook to the point of like I'm not like Gordon Ramsay or anything like that. I think it's a rare trait for a lot of guys to be able to cook with any degree of like capability, but I'm somebody that can. And I think in that regard, yes, I'm a good cook, but in the regard of like, am I an accomplished cook? Have I done a lot of like different recipes and no, not really. Like, so never deep fry turkeys. Yeah, no. And then you throw it in the pool right after you deep fry it, right? So the reason I to make a long story short was talking about her with that is like when she first got to know me, like I said, I don't think she thought that I was like I think she had in her mind that I was a better cook because I had sent her some pictures of what I had made. And she's like, oh wow, he's really good. And then like now that she's come over a couple times and we've cooked together, she's like, okay, there's definitely some things he doesn't know. But I was telling her, because we were talking about the holidays a little bit, and I was like, you're going to laugh at this, but it's like my mother one year was like, hey, would you like to host Thanksgiving? Like me hosting it at my house where I put it on. And I told my mother, I was like, no, like what? What makes you think I can handle the rigors of like cooking an entire Thanksgiving feast for the family? I have never done any of that stuff before. And to a degree, I think like it'd be really cool to do it. And honestly, with how good of a cook my girlfriend is, I could probably do it with her. Just me, myself, not a chance. Not a chance at all. I come from a cooking family, so all the guys know how to cook. Yeah, like I said, like I know how to cook. I'm just not somebody that's like super accomplished. If you give me a recipe, I can follow it and it'll come out great. If you tell me to like come up with something from scratch, if I've done it before, I can. If I haven't, I would need some sort of guidance. Because I'm not like, I've not been to culinary school. I'm mostly either self-taught or taught by virtue of like my mother teaching me before I went off to college. So, like I said, I'm not somebody like, I don't consider myself a good cook. Even my mother considers me a good cook. But I feel like it's like good cook, and then there's like an asterisk, and it's like for a guy. I think that's the good cook. Lurker tax paid. Thanks, Shadow. Appreciate it. Uh-oh, and a merry time more. When trying a new recipe, I use YouTube for things I don't understand. Yeah, it's usually what I have to do at this point. Like if I don't have like my mom on like speed dial available, or like somebody else that I feel like would know, I would just look it up. So it's like, to a degree, yeah, if I probably really set my mind to it, could I cook like a Thanksgiving meal? Yes. Do I want to? No, not by myself. Seems like a lot of work. But I think, like, on one hand, my mom was feeling like I should have a chance at that. But I also think low-key she was just angling to, like, get me to host the holiday. I really think that's all it was. My family loves to cook. I actually really enjoy cooking myself. I think it's a really, really like fun thing. Why do you guys have damage C's equipped to your Tiamats? I use YouTube all the time for recipes. Worked out so far. Yeah. Well, assuming it's a good recipe, right? Like, I would say, like, obviously your judgment comes into that sort of thing. So it's like, as long as you have good judgment in picking a recipe, you should be fine. There's definitely recipes out there where I'm like, I don't know if you guys have seen like some of those like TikTok recipes and shit where it's like the person is clearly making shit wrong, or like the thing that they're making is kind of like disgusting. Short of something like that, yeah, you're probably fine to follow a YouTube recipe. Cooking is awesome. It's the cleanup I dislike. I do too, but I feel like cleanup is actually best done like right after you cook. Like right after, almost before you eat. Now you can definitely eat first, but like that's been something where like if she's been over here and she's been cooking and I feel like I am not able to contribute to whatever she's currently doing at the moment, I just start like doing some of the cleanup like beforehand. That way, like there's less to do at the end. I think that's a something where it's like, hey, I can at least alleviate the back end of like everything that has to get done. And have the patience for cooking. I definitely, I was someone that was there for a while where it was like I was just ordering out constantly and I was not cooking and I was just kind of too lazy to do it myself. But I think cooking is such a like rewarding thing. It's so awesome when you get to make what you want and you like smell it as you're making it and you're like, oh my God, this is going to taste so good. Like you're having to work for your food and to me, it makes it taste better. It makes it taste like even more amazing when you had a hand in making it. I agree with that. Putting off cleaning always bites you. It does. Cleaning while waiting on anything. Yeah, I do the same thing as well, Field. Did I ever post chat the images of the cannoli cupcakes that you made for me? Because they were really good. It's a special sort of satisfaction. Absolutely. Like cooking for yourself is to me like one of the like it's almost like working out. It's one of the most rewarding things you can do. It's just it's so good. And I feel like it boosts your like your confidence. I feel like it makes you happier and it's something that you can like talk about with other people. So it's really cool. Like it's something that I think like everybody kind of gets on some level. So it's like you can go up and it's like even if you're the most socially awkward, like nerdy person with all these like weird interests and stuff, it's like you can still go up and you can talk to the like most normie of normie people about like, oh man, I made chicken wings last night, or like, oh man, dude, I had this pot roast. Like it's something everybody gets. I eat what I know, and I'm not keen on trying new stuff, and I don't like cooking. So, are you somebody that's like extremely picky? And I'm just asking out of curiosity: is anybody in chat somebody that's extremely picky when it comes to their food? Because I know, like, one of my coworkers is, and I'm always like asking him, like, okay, so would you eat this? Would you eat that? Like, because it's so fascinating to me as somebody that like I generally will eat most stuff. Like to me, food is one of the like supreme pleasures in life. Oh, I want to know how much time Takeuchi spent detailing Musashi's midsection muscle tone of that Over the Same Sky Sea. Oh yeah, we got new Over the Same Sky Seas, didn't we? Let me do my roll here. I haven't gotten anything from the free story roll in a long time now. Like we've only got like a month left of this, and I'm gonna be real with you. If they don't make this a permanent feature, I think I got like one SSR and one SR out of this, and then I think I got like an Asclepius copy. Hey, that's it. Whereas I think I know like I think Bob said he's gotten like 3 SSRs, for instance. So it's like this has just been real hit or miss. I once had a 2-hour talk with a coworker about what I eat or don't eat. Most was, nah, I don't eat that. That's wild. Binge watching videos about stainless steel pans and about how to cook with them. And I can't wait to buy one and make steak on it. Yeah, dude. I usually only just like badly made food. There's a lot of stuff too where like, for instance, if you go out to a restaurant and you get something, sometimes I am completely underwhelmed by what they produce in a restaurant. And that is because I think a lot of restaurants really tone down seasoning things because of like health concerns and stuff. Whereas, like, if you're seasoning something yourself, you can season it to your own like flavor palette. And that is so good. Like, for instance, I probably put way more garlic in things than most, like, I'd say other than like Italian restaurants, I probably put way more way more garlic in things than most other restaurants do. You're definitely below on SRs, yeah. I feel like I'm too lazy to clean stainless steel every day. Really? Stainless steel's not that hard to clean. Like, it is if you let shit dry. But that's like, I have a cast iron skillet, and I usually immediately clean it after using it. And I know you're not supposed to clean a cast iron skillet all the way. So it's like, usually I just like douse it with water and like rub like anything that's like hard stuck out. I just don't like put soap in it and stuff. It's the immediate cleaning, yeah. I usually clean next day. Yeah, I'm definitely guilty of that with some degree. I have, for instance, I have 2 like wine glasses in there I need to go in, but my dishwasher's full right now, so I actually need to run it. I also got to do my garbage after stream tonight. What was I doing, chat? I was coming in to see the Over the Same Sky stuff. I will say this feels like some Call of the Night shit right here. Like, this is hilarious to me. For any of you guys that have seen Call of the Night, it definitely involves a like female vampire that like flies above the city like this. So this definitely gives me that vibe. Which is interesting because it looks like they're just going to end up giving us like almost a CE for everybody at this point. Habignan? Actually, I really like the hairstyle and the bow that she has there. I like when they do different hairstyles for some of the characters that they don't normally do. It just gives them a new look. Okay, you can definitely tell this is Ishtar and Aresh Kagal in the same sea. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So this is, like, I assume this is Nara. This is the deer. But wait, is this supposed to be... Is this supposed to be Andromeda? And then that's Himiko. I think the only thing I find weird about these seas is that the deer is not drawn. So it's like, you have a little bit of a like clash here of like realistic and drawn. Like I can deal with the background because they faded it. Aha, so that's the Musashi one. She slices, she dices. Now I want watermelon. Oh. It's like a weird angle to hold the sword at, but like with this palm on the hilt like that, but I don't know exactly how a katana is supposed to be wielded in that regard. That may be a very viable thing. Just to get the torque that you want. That Creamhill? I feel like that's Cream. It is? Okay. Yeah, because Sumanai here. Who do I want? You got the Crane Sea. She just looks very beautiful as always. Actually, I really do like this sea. This sea is really, really nice for Lilith. Like, just the aesthetics of the sea itself are really good. Or we'll more unlock later. This is the this batch. This is the November batch. So they're probably gonna do a December batch as well. Honestly, there's no saber face. So I think that makes it between like Musashi. And honestly, I think Andromeda looks really nice here. I think I'm gonna go with Andromeda. I'm cheap. I see. They're only giving out one ticket per section. But again, there's multiple stuff. Oh my god. Wait, those are normal foes. Okay. God, there's so much there to spend mana prisms on. Okay, so where did I leave off? Looks like I finished one. Just start at the top. Keep working my way down. Because there's thankfully only 7 of these left. I think once all these are done, I will have done approximately like 70 upgrades. Like between the strengthenings and the interludes. You ever find you randomly have gift subs from channels you have never heard of or interacted with? Has really weird names. Yeah, I don't know if it's that you get raided into people and then a gift sub happens, or if it is just like all of their followers, like they've been gifted so many subs that all of their followers have subs, and so it just starts distributing it randomly across Twitch. That I couldn't tell you. My heart, my life kickstart my heart. Good. I think I have almost 200 interludes to do. That is going to take a while. Like, I would not look at this campaign and be like, I know, I'll save everything for it. Like, it's just difficult to get them done. Plus, some of the upgrades you want, anyways, ahead of time. Ah, I got the wrong one. Oh, a lady with a body from outer space. We do have until December 20th, I think. Yeah, you have a long time. I want these done ahead of time because we have the lotto coming up on NA. We have Gouda Gouda coming up on NA. So it's like there's a lot of shit that NA has to do. I don't really want to be like, plus again, like the grand duel and the prologue coming up here on JP. I don't want to like have these hanging over my head for the next month. So it's better to get them done than not. Plus, again, it's literally free courts. Literally free courts. I think it happens too at the channel you were on, rated a channel too, but don't quote me on that. Yeah, that I couldn't tell. Like, it'd be one thing if you guys were like, oh, hey, after you raid, I always like close the channel and yet still I'm gifted subs. Then I couldn't tell you. Like I said, my theory would be that it just is overflow and it just goes to random people at a point. But otherwise, I don't know. Kicking ass. I still need to clear story on JP halfway through LB6 right now. Oh, you better get a haul on. There's still quite a bit after LB6. Though I don't remember if we are required to do Ordeal Call 3. But if you are, then you're required to do all 4 Ordeal Calls. And that would at least, I'm not going to say like that's hard, but it would at least take you some time to get through it. If there was one of the units on rate up as well, I would have considered rolling. Sorry for what, Bob? Kind of enjoying the half AP QP on NA at the moment. Yeah, it is rare that we get that, though. Do keep in mind we do have a lotto coming up. So if you plan on going hard in the lotto, then you're still good. Chat, what game would you instantly buy if it got remastered and the gameplay was updated? Tales of the Abyss. Hmm. I feel like the Tales series would definitely have some potential there. Breath of Fire 4? Breath of Fire. I don't know that I've heard of Breath of Fire. Well, maybe I have. Like, the name kind of sounds familiar. It's like an old school JRPG. Hmm. Layout looks like almost like top down third person isometric. It's an older RPG series like Dragon Quest. Bro, don't talk to me about Dragon Quest. I never got to properly play the Dragon Quest series, and I want to go back and play it. And I feel like it'd be the most jank, like, awful thing ever, but I would still probably enjoy it. The original XCOM. Ooh. Wild Arms, nice. Dark Cloud 1 and 2. Cat's got some really interesting answers to this. Front Mission 3. Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast. Yes. That would be good. Knights of the Old Republic. So supposedly they are remaking Knights of the Old Republic. We'll see how well that turns out, but that I think that's one that I'm excited for. Also, obligatory Legend of the Dragoon. It's so funny because I've gotten Steve to play Legend of the Dragoon like 4 times for me, but I've never seen him like get past like the first 2 hours of the game because he always picks it up due to nostalgia and then stops playing it. Which I'm not like faulting him for. I think that's just one of those things where it's like either I'm not around to watch him play it deeper or like he just kind of gets tired of the game. One of my favorite games to go back and play was an old RPG on the PlayStation 2 called Summoner. And I loved Summoner. It was jank as all shit, but it had really good story. It was such a simplistic story when you look at like the naming conventions that they used, but it was such a fun game and fun story to me. A 3D remake of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. My god, I never would have guessed Artis. Yeah. Legend of Dragoon is one of the best games. That story is great. Well, that's why I keep asking Steve to like play it, is because it is a game that I'm curious about, but Steve just never sticks with it. And admittedly, like, I never have the time to completely watch him. They're supposedly remaking the Old Republic. I don't remember who's remaking the Old Republic. I just know that they switched studios. Like, whoever was in charge of it originally is no longer in charge of it. So it was kind of like the whole Metroid Prime 4 fiasco. Which, chat, did Prime 4 ever come out? It was supposed to come out like around this time, wasn't it? Or is it not till December? Hasn't the KOTOR remake been in the works for a long while? Yeah, supposedly it has. Like I said, it changed studios, so that's technically not a good sign, but I mean, hey, it be what it be. I bet I can kill it without swapping. Yep. December 12th? Okay, sweet. Arc the Lad is another series I wish it got a remaster. Chat, should I pick up Arc Raiders at some point? You feel involved in Dragoon Battle, that's why the game is so fun. Yeah. Do you like looter shooters that require extraction? I mean, like, to a degree, I like Helldivers. I think the only reason that Helldivers got annoying to me was the whole, like, difficulty ramp up that would happen in certain missions, where it's like you would go in and the mission was like one difficulty level higher, but it felt like 200% more difficult. As long as you're okay with the price. Yeah, what is the price of Arc Raiders? That's only $40. I mean, that's not terrible. It's not an $80 game. Chat, have you guys noticed that like the $80 games are already dead? Has anyone else noticed that? I fucking called that it wouldn't be a thing. It's almost like they tried to force it and it didn't work. And nobody wanted that shit. It was the quote unquote, like, everybody hated that meme. I'm gonna miss half AP doors, yeah. Is that you get along fine for most things, just doing going in with a free kit? So when you say free kit, what do you mean? Like you can pay to have a better kit? Or like, is it like a progression based thing? There's paid cosmetics as well to shore up that $40. Okay. $40 is terrible for me, guy who only buys $5 games. I look at it from a standpoint of if a game is worth its price. If a game has a lot of like replayability, it's worth its price. Like, that's why sometimes I have, like, when Conan has been on sale, I've posted it to the Discord. Because I feel like Conan, if you like that style of game, Conan is a game that has really, really good, like, value for its price point. Battlefield 6 keeps wanting me to spend more money on it, but I suck at Battlefield 6 and nothing they're offering is going to change that. It's so wild. I have not regretted not buying Battlefield 6. Like, I haven't felt like bored and felt the urge to get it. And most of the people that I know that are playing it, I'm sure they're still having fun, but I also hear a lot of complaints about it. I hear that the maps are not too great. And it just kind of makes me go like, yeah, I mean, I think I was fine to not get it in the end. And then, like, if they do patch it and they make it better, then eventually I'll scoop it up when it's on sale and play with some bros as they come back to it. It's a preset kit instead of stuff you found and or crafted. So you're saying if you don't find anything out in the field, you're still okay. Is that what I'm detecting? But if you die, that shit is gone. Okay. Yeah, I know it's like Tarkov, but I've also never played Tarkov, so I'm not like super familiar with it. It's a beautiful song. Like I said, I feel like with how many people like Legend Dragoon, I feel like I would like to know more. So I do kind of agree with that one. I feel like that's one of those games where if it actually was remastered, I would be like all in to play it. If I haven't completed 6.5, will I not be able to participate in the Christmas lottery this year? You will be able to do the lottery, Rod, but you will not be able to get the welfare from the event. You won't be able to do the story, basically. Probably have problems with Battlefield 6's visibility and just hitting things. Yeah, I do feel like I was having a similar issue. So I do get it. Like you guys saw, I was playing the beta and I started out enjoying the beta, but I eventually over time started having less and less fun. Some of that I think was due to the like hackers were pretty rife and rampant and the lack of like upgrades in the game that would allow you to get past the quote unquote shit stages of like progression, but I also just feel like some amount of that was intrinsic to the game itself. The 86 novels? Interesting. If you've never played Tarkov, you've already escaped in one. Perhaps. I'm just like, I think to some degree, I'm always down to give a new genre of game that I haven't really given a chance to try. That's, in general, I'm fairly open-minded about stuff like that. Like, as much as I might sit there and go like, hey, maybe this isn't for me, I will also be like, maybe it is. Maybe I'm just missing out on something and I just don't know. Because again, I do see a lot of people that have good things to say about Arc Raiders. And I know a couple of my friends have it and they're enjoying it, so. Battlefield looked like you would just die over and over. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of how Battlefield works, but like I was saying, I was comparing it to Star Wars Battlefront, and I had far more fun playing Battlefront than I ever did playing Battlefield 6. So to me, Battlefield 6 was just less enjoyable. At some point, I might go back to Total War Warhammer 3 as well. Because I've heard they've been starting to finally make some like good updates to the game again, which I don't know what the hell took them so long, but like the worst thing that ever happened to that franchise was the third game coming out. Do you think Battlefield problem was lack of lightsabers? No. I think Battlefield's issue is just that the time to kill is absurdly fast. As someone in chat pointed out, the visibility is an issue. And I feel like there are people that play the game that have such just absurd like capability that you feel like you can't play the game at times. Are you still talking about Arc Raiders, Jay? Klingon Jazz. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I've heard it's not a like even though it's PvP and even though if you die you lose everything, like most people are pretty amicable. You like jazz? I don't mind me some jazz every now and then. But no, I mean, it's not to say like Battlefront is a perfect game in and of itself. I think Battlefront has its own share of issues. But I also do think that Battlefront is not like a bad game. And I think there's a lot of like progress that has happened with it over the years. And I think like maybe Battlefield 6 will eventually get to that point as well. With bigger bots wandering around, there's definitely incentive to cooperate when soloing. Interesting. I mean, like, can you split loot though? These are all like the upgrades I don't really care about. That's why I left them till last. I do, again, I need to level up my red hair on JP as well. Just for the progress. You can drop what you find for other players. Oh, so like if you don't need it, you can drop it and stuff. Yeah, because like I feel like that would be the problem, would be like people fighting over loot and shit. But it is funny, and I do think that speaks to like people's like mentality nowadays. I don't feel like a lot of players actually want PvP anymore. I do think there was a point where they did, but I think like because they've started to make PvP in a lot of these games a like high stakes thing where you lose stuff, a lot of players just don't like that. If it was just, oh, you die, you go back to spawn and you do it again, people wouldn't care. But when it's you die, you go back to spawn and you lose all of your gear, people are like, whoa, hold on. So I think like there's a level to it. But I know like that's the problem that Dune's been having. Dune is basically at a point where they also don't really seem to get their player base. And like they think that PvP can run the game, but players just don't want a PvP. They'd rather collaborate. I should have read how a realist hero rebuilt the Kingdom novels. Yeah, I actually I remember watching the anime for that, and I thought it was like very interesting. If you wipe, you'll get extra skill points or something like that, right? That I don't know. There's always going to be room for PvP elements. I mean, I think you can have PvP. I don't think PvP is a bad thing intrinsically, but I think when you make PvP a very like weighty decision, that a lot of players shy away from it, because I think one of the big things that players don't want is, it's one thing to have their time wasted, and while I don't think a lot of players do want that, there's your PvE only people, there are some players that would gladly engage in PvP, but not at the expense of their progression. It's when your progression gets wasted that players are like, no, fuck off, I don't want to do this. Some rare good luck for me. Pulled Dantes on a daily single. Nice. Love hearing FGO being generous. Even if it's not to me. Making it the sole end game is foolish. Yeah, I think Dune will just not succeed until they make like bifurcated servers. That is to say, they make servers that are for PvP and servers that are for PvE. I think until they do that, or at least allow for like private servers, they're just not going to get people to play the game. And I think that's so stupid of them. I think there is potential for Dune to be a great game, but I think it's just not being designed smart for the end game right now. And their focus has currently been on just things that do not matter. Like, they don't add replayability or like duration to the end game. Seeing Lunar in the queue that also got a remake, right? I'm unfamiliar with Lunar. It's pulled from the site I was reading it on. There are other means. Ugh. I thought they had private servers, so it's all multiplayer open world. I think the only private server you can have right now is a paid service private server. So like, you can pay to have a server hosted by a third party. They don't, like, it's not like Conan, where like, for instance, the Conan server is currently live for us because I'm hosting it. They don't allow that with Dune Awakening, and I think that's a huge mistake. Because it means that players can't have their own servers, in effect. Yeah. So it's all multiplayer open world. Kind of. It's basically a system where like 90% of the game is PvE only. There's a couple of like shipwrecks and stuff that are PvP zones. And then the entire end game zone, well, sorry, now half of it, but the half of the in-game zone is PvE and half of it is PvP, but all of the good loot is in the PvP side. So it's like, let me put it to you this way, chat. It doesn't matter that half of it is PvE. The entire end game is functionally a PvP thing. The important part is PvP, so it's unavoidable. Yeah. They have the entire in-game designed around it, and it's what ultimately kills it. Because I think that game, like I said, I think it has a lot of potential. I think there's a lot of like capability, just like there is with Conan. But ultimately, at the end of the day, Conan is the more enjoyable setting for me, because it's that like technically dark fantasy setting. but two is that like when you compare that to Dune is way more of a technological setting, so there's other cool interesting things that they could do with it, but they're not really doing anything with it. I also read that they really nerfed the melee. That I don't know. Again, I haven't been back to play it in a hot second. Bob's the one that's still been maintaining the base for us, but I think even Bob is just waiting until we get the like base tool. Because once we get the base tool, we're probably just gonna like copy our base and that'll be it. Because like to me, until they add more content to the end game, there is zero reason to play. Like, you get to the end game, you build your shit, and you're just kind of done. There's not anything else to do. Bob embracing the builder heritage. Interestingly enough, I basically built the entire Conan base without Bob. Usually Bob definitely helps me. Sorry, not Conan. Dune. In Conan, Bob normally helps me. But Dune, I think Bob got into Dune late enough that I had already done a lot of the like base building. Talking about Dune? Yeah, we were just talking about like live service games. Oh my god, why am I yawning? Chat, which one of you yawned? Ah. Oh. Have your new computer? Nice. How is it? I love Persona 5 Royal. Persona series is another one I've really wanted to get into, but to me it feels like playing a visual novel on stream, which is that it's not interactive, and if people miss it, then it's difficult for them to like have interest. Like things that are too narratively driven, it becomes really rough for people to watch each stream. And so then people kind of just stop showing up. Oh shit. Well, I didn't handle that right. Oh, you like the game, but it's super long? Yeah. I see that cue. Persona definitely has great music, though. Atlas in general has great music. Yeah, you're not wrong. I like at some point I also feel like I need to go do Metaphor again. Because I was enjoying playing Metaphor. Like, I think this has been one of the like chief problems for me is balancing other games. It's not that I don't enjoy them and have interest. It's that like my schedule currently as it stands does not permit me to engage with them regularly. Persona 5 was my first Persona game. Amazing that I played Royal. So fun. So is Royal just the extended version of it, or is it like a different one? Because I think it's just the extended, isn't it? Try to make it about things that are not in the game. I mean, that just sounds like modern discourse on any subject. Hey, what does this mean? Oh, I think it means this thing. What do you mean? The author explicitly said it does not mean that. Royal has an additional character, at least? Okay. What's up, Katana? How's it going? How's your weekend? I mean, I just think that's the reality of me playing, like, 2 different servers for FGO. Like, it does eat up a lot of my, like, time as a content creator. So it is what it is. Royal adds extra story. Okay. So it's kind of like Final Fantasy 12. What's the version that they did? Zodiac Age, where they basically it's like, hey, we went back and like re-released. Six more, chat. You guys like how I'm taking a Lancer to nodes that have sabers in them? Talking about Persona 5? Yeah, I was just asking, chat. Because Persona 5 is another one where I was like, man, I'd like to go through this and play this at some point. I just gotta have the time. That's what I'll do, chat. I'll just stop content creating. I'll just play off stream! No, I wouldn't do that. I feel like at that point, it'd just be better to go live and just show everyone what I'm doing. I think the only times I really play off stream are when I know there's going to be stuff that's like going to impact stream, like it would interfere with my ability to like stay live and present a like a good play session for you guys. I'm looking forward to P4 Revival, but I hope that is golden and not game base. Okay. Any predictions for Grandcaster? I've been on the Solomon train for a long time, and by Solomon I mean like any interpretation of him, however they choose to do it. But I feel like that's who it's gonna be because it just kind of fits. Like it works if they do that. If they don't, then I think it's a lot more of a toss up. Have you ever tried doing let's plays of games off stream? So like, what do you mean? Like just recording my session? I think the only issue with that is that I would have to just have a like constant dialogue of my own going. And I'm not going to say I couldn't do that, but I feel like that would be boring. Like as opposed to me talking with and fielding questions from chat. But I have thought about it. It's just one of those things where I go like, eh. And that's where I go like, yeah, I'd probably just be better off going live. Sometimes I just do stuff in games that's like, It's off stream, so you'll see like the next time I've like progressed a little bit since the last time you guys watched. Plus, I do value my time off stream as like valuable time that I get to spend with my friends and stuff. So it's like, it is what it is. At this point now, I'm either on the phone with a girlfriend or like hanging out in Discord with the VIP group. So it's just, it is what it is. Or I'm at work. There's no downtime. Work is eternal. Yeah, why can't I just like win the lottery and never have to work again? That'd be great. Or abandoning us at D&D, or abandoning you at D&D. Hashtag sorry, not sorry. Cast story with an alternative offensive NP would be an amusing grandcaster. Yeah, that could be interesting. Like, I'm not going to say that she wouldn't fit in that regard. I think there's also the possibility of it being like Merlin or something like that. People mentioned like Tai Gong Wang also has mentioned that he has the capability. So I think there's a lot of people who could qualify as grandcaster. But I think ultimately it'll boil down to like the devs picking somebody that's interesting. Steve is the one who needs the apology. I already apologized to Steve. Joke's on you, Bob. I'm way ahead of you. Because I did feel bad about that when you told me. So Berserker Castoria? Huh? It's so weird because I still want to see more stories for some of the FGO characters. Like, I feel like even if the story were to like conclude tomorrow, and like we got nothing else, I would still feel like some of the characters just kind of got robbed. And like that there should have been more. So I made Aurelia dance to the specialist dance theme. I don't know if chat remembers that. Merlin would be boring, IMO. I don't think Merlin would be boring per se, but I definitely get how like people wouldn't want him. But I think like going along the same vein, it would also be similar to like if it's Solomon, it would just be like, okay, everyone kind of predicted this. Actually, the previous Grands had related banners. What do you mean? Like, technically, yes, because every Grand has been of their class, and every class has had all their banners active while the Grand Duel goes. Walter for one. Yeah. Like Lalter's definitely somebody that just absolutely needs more story. Castory with Zerktori's MP? That'd be interesting. I mean, I would say, like, at the end of the day, though, it is definitely something that's quote-unquote been done, right? Walter's been ignored. I wouldn't say Lulter has been ignored, like in the sense that they've definitely put her in stuff. It's just she herself has not gotten any development on that front. And in the same regard, I also feel bad because, like, you know, she'd be somebody that would really get like some stuff for like the Wild Hunt, and they haven't really done anything with that too much yet. They definitely have touched on it. I'm not going to go into further details, but I feel like there's still a whole lot more they can do on that front. And it's also so sad because even if you didn't want to do Lulter, the other character for that would be Drake. And they didn't do it for Drake either. So it's like, it feels like both characters kind of got screwed. Unit being used as a grand, getting a specific banner for them, possibly as a new unit. Yes, I mean, like, it just every single unit has a rate up, has their own solo rate up. Like, that has been how all the grand duels have been. The only thing would be if the grand choice was not a unit, which has been a thing. Ooh, baby, I love you way. I probably could have just killed with that Buster card. A very Wild Hunt summer feel strong, man. That'd actually be cool. My eyes are up here, lying in the Journey to the West event. Yep. Azure would be cool as a new servant. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, other than times where it's like the grand choice was not a playable character, they have technically all had a banner due to the nature of how the grand like banners work. Wild Hunt versions of other roundtable members. I feel like that'd be really cool. Like, that would also work potentially as like a Halloween event. But unfortunately, I don't know that the devs care about that. Or at least like Nasu. Nicholas and Azrael are the closest things to not having their own units, yeah. Watch me get Wild Hunt Sigurd. I mean, that would still be interesting. Like, I think the Wild Hunt lore is really cool. Like, in general, regardless of who they chose to focus on. But I also do think they could focus on quite a few. The Grand being released as a new unit at the time of the Grand Duel. We have what's his face, Lancer. But he was on raid up right before. It was not at the time of the duel. Yeah, and Noah. Thank you. That was another one. But like I said, they literally had their banners. So it just was what it was. And in that regard, I'm just not sure what is being asked. Hmm. No, it was just like a mini event. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking the prologue here is going to be. Yeah, I'm wondering what form we're going to get of the prologue. I think the prologue is going to be like that. It's not going to be a like full-fledged event. At least based off how they have kind of indicated it. Just so they could get him out before he was much more valid. I still feel like the whole Noah situation was kind of mishandled. That they probably should have like not given us the upcoming Christmas Noah. Would have been, it would have made the Noah reveal for Grand a lot more impactful and a lot more like well received. And I don't think like people hated Noah by any stretch of the imagination, but I do think there were a lot of people that were kind of like meh when they found out. Wait, what am I doing? Oh, right, yeah, I'm leveling red hair. The hairy red man. Wait, no, this doesn't matter. I get refunds anyways. Triple Nemo, I ain't arguing. Yeah, I just like, I felt like a lot of people like just kind of mentally checked out for the Nemo stuff. Because like I noticed the like attention dip. Yeah, do you think we'll get all the arcade Santas this year for the JP Christmas? JP will not have a Christmas. They have already stated that it will not have one. So it would not be until like next year. Sag, yeah. I mean, they did say like last year we had a double Christmas on JP, and that was part of the reason why. Christmas is us summoning Solomon. Yeah. Also, Bob, did you see my DM? $69. Galahad for New Year's, yeah or nay? I think you will eventually see Galahad now, but let's not. Let's not grail red hair. I don't need that. Almost, yeah. But I do think you'll eventually see him in the game now, but I don't know if he'll be a like shielder, for instance. Hmm. Cat over leveling again? Listen. I would have laughed the whole time. I feel like there's so many grails now that you actually don't have to be as like particular about it, but I would have regretted it. I would have been like, please no. There we go. Now we have the red hair one. Red hair is finished leveling, and I get to finish all of my strengthening. I do still technically have a singular interlude, but I think it's like just a costume unlock. The second shielder in the game was the 5-star. I feel like it would be very difficult for them to implement another shielder into the game without it being directly competitive against Mash, who is just like literally one of the best units in the game for multiple reasons now. I have to do some serious CE cleanup. I'm at 790 Cs, and my second archive is also full. Gonna go through and cut out multiple copies of some stuff. Yeah, I mean, I would tell you in general, you don't need to save more than like 3 copies of a given C unless it is a lotto C, and even then you only need to save 5. Like, you can make exceptions to that if you feel like it, but I would say you probably don't need to. Wonder if I can just blitz this. Yep, that's gonna work. I feel like if you're a normie like me that's barely spent any grails, they're not an issue. Yeah. I mean, even my JP, I've spent a ton of them, and I still have like, I think you guys saw, it's like 50. If you haven't seen Bofuri, take a look at it. It's hilarious. Is that the like the Shield Girl anime? Yeah. Yeah, I've never seen it. I could definitely see a lot of similarities with MASH. Give me the triple buster. There you go. The most terrifying boss has appeared. Yes, Benkei. Truly terrifying. Finally, the last one, chat. I feel like these took forever to do, even though there's 0 AP and I'm like skipping through everything. It is just kind of wild. Like, that is, in case chat's wondering, this is where the mentality of like not changing my comp comes from. Is whenever you have to do a ton of these like strengthenings or interludes, it's really nice to just not have to keep custom tailoring your setup. It saves so much time. They gave him challenge mechanics he can be. Yeah, honestly. Like, Benkei's mechanics work far better for Benkei as an NPC than they do for him as a player character. But yeah, I feel like in general, this was just something that took a long time. So the only one I have left is this. Wait, isn't this Kiara? Isn't this a fight against Kiara again? I don't feel like fighting Kiara again. And apparently I have 6 advanced quests left. I've not done it unlocked by completing the event. I'm leery of doing it. That's all good. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm pretty sure it is. But you get nothing out of it? Yeah. Yeah. Oh well. I feel like I've accomplished our goal for this, at least at this point. We picked our Under the Same Sky C as well. We did our daily roll, so pretty much did everything we need to do in FGO for now. Chat. I did tell you guys we're going to continue some KCD2. I've been kind of aimless, but now I think with some of the research that I've done, this shouldn't be as bad. So we can definitely try to advance things. God, I forgot this is in CryEngine, which is kind of wild. Like, this game actually performs really well for it not being UE5. But there's a lot of like hidden mechanics in this game that they just don't really tell you about. And that's like, I went and watched like a tips video on this shit. There's the Nomads camp. Defeating Tomcat in a duel just doesn't seem worth. But I've heard you could also like level your stats by being over encumbered. Wait, what? Damaged armor. Overeating? You can overeat? I wish more students would use their own engines instead of moving everyone to UE5. I think the appeal of like doing something like that is that it makes troubleshooting a lot easier and like more able to be crowdsourced.
He was in the water at least a week.
As opposed to like having to troubleshoot everything in-house. Wait, where the fuck am I?
Without anyone noticing. Exactly. And that's not all.
Okay. And a budget and willingness, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna say like every place has to have their own engine, but I do agree that homogenizing everything to UE5 is just a mistake.
Mike, that's nothing out of the ordinary for me. But thanks. I'll go and see him.
Am I like dying? Don't get any cleaner from using a trough, so I just need somewhere to actually sleep. Like, this is one of my biggest issues, is it doesn't feel like I can sleep in places.
my God, you look awful. Do you need help?
Ah, no thanks. It looks worse than it is.
How badly do I look? I don't look that bad. I've looked worse. Wait, is it O to change my outfit? Okay, so this is just like my best outfit at the moment. Because I don't know any other way to, like, repair my health.
What did you get yourself into, lad? Go and see the surgeon before you bleed to death.
Everybody thinks I'm dying. What can I sell? It's banging. There's no condition left on some of this.
I'd like to do something about that price.
Sure, why not? Aye, you'll convince me with that price. Thank you. And a good day to you, friend.
Okay, so I got a little bit more money. How much money do I have now? I have 11 total groschen. Weird. So, have I...
My God, what happened to you?
I got a bit of a scratch somewhere. It's nothing.
You are what happened to me. Got her with that much health. Yeah, the only problem is, again, it's like I just don't want to have to, like, run all the way over here. So I think there's two things. One, I need my fucking horse. I think I can get away with sleeping in here. Or not.
Get out of here!
Or what? Or what?
Get out of my sight!
I'm gonna have to leave the nomad camp, which that's where the trainer is. I want to, like, do stuff, but there doesn't seem to be any way to, like, to sleep in the nomad camp. Yeah. Unless I can sleep here. Oh my god. There's a camp outside of the camp. I have nothing to cook. Can I sleep again? I've slept too long already. Are you out of healing potions? That's a thing? I don't remember potions. I'm sure I like made them at some point. I don't know what the buck's blood. Stamina. Stamina saves the game. Looks like I am. So just trying to heal up. But I think this may be... I think I may need to use the savior schnapps here. Hey, Tomcat, where'd you go? Where'd you go, big buddy? You're not Tomcat. You are. No, don't you dare go to sleep!
Be careful. Right. No thanks.
Greetings to you.
Bro literally went to sleep. Is there actual magic in this game? No, this is a, like, historical game in that regard. So it is medieval fantasy, but it's not like... It's not like fantasy in the sense of, like, magic and dragons. It's fantasy in the sense of, like, it's loosely historical.
Go away.
My brother. Will you hit him with that bowl? No? I slept just long enough.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time. Christ, it's hot out. Good day to you.
Okay. So what do we do about this chat? I have normal schnapps. I have drinking the water. My nourishment is fine. It's just my health that's not.
Good day.
Good to see you.
Bro gets up on his own. Alright.
Will you teach me another swordsmanship trick?
Don't be foolish. This isn't the time for that.
I challenge you to a duel.
Good. Come and join me in the arena.
It's not bright enough for me to teach you. What's that? You challenged me?
Shall we begin?
Let's begin. Defend yourself. Jesus, I'm hit.
Ow! Fuck! What? Bro!
Let me try it again.
Nonsense. If you can't defeat me fresh, you won't defeat me all bloodied up.
I'll tend to my wounds and be right back.
Very well then. I'll wait for you here. Get a move on.
So angry.
Excuse me. friend.
If I just bathe, do you think that'll work, chat? You're as clean as you can get. Like, so now I'm not wounded. Oi! He didn't wait! Little piece of shit. Oi!
I challenge you to a duel.
In that sorry state, I'd beat you with my eyes closed.
I need to, like, practice combat in this game. That is, like, the chief issue. This game is just very unforgiving combat-wise. Time to reload? Kind of don't want to. Great, am I getting attacked?
Get out of my sight!
This is my bed.
Get out of... Is that supposed to be a threat?
Yeah? Maybe?
You were starting to scare me.
That's right.
I'm sorry.
All good, buddy. Hey, you go over there. I'll just be here. Can a man
Get
sleep
out
in
of here!
Can I sleep in peace? I'm just
Are you right in the head? Sod off with that weapon. You were starting to scare me.
That's right, I was. Go back to your post. Yep. Bye. How do I equip a torch? Wait. What's the button for torch? Is it R? Yeah, it's R. I don't know why R is torch and not T, but you know. I'm leaving this shit-ass place, chat. I'm gonna go find my horse. What do I need for my horse? I'm gonna find Mutt. I'm gonna get my horse. I've definitely found my horse. Yeah, we're gonna go to Simane. Hopefully not encounter any wild stray dogs. weird that it becomes easier to see as I get low on energy. So what the hell is this? It's just a little hut that no one can get inside. It's very, very strange. It also looks like somebody's bear. Oh, it's a deer. Yeah, can anyone Google for me where Pebbles is? Pebbles is my horse, I believe. Because I remember that I found him, but I couldn't get him, and it was like, oh, you need to complete a quest to get him. And I don't see it in my quest log. Free wine? Free carrot? Not something I can harvest. Weird. Can I cook carrot? I'm making carrot soup. Can I consume the carrot? Wait, that healed me. Why did that heal me? Does consuming food that is good heal me? That is very interesting. Nothing there. Just a stick. Either buy him back or persuade it. Costs like 160 groschen. Right. That's why I was trying to gamble. So it does kind of work like Fallout? Yeah. You discovered a shrine. I discovered opium. I don't remember if there's like anything to do at the shrines. I mean, it doesn't look like anyone is going to use this stuff. Can I steal it? You discovered a smokehouse. You can smoke food. Meats and cheeses and make them last significantly longer. Okay. But I think drying makes them last the longest, if I remember correctly. Chicken coop. That's my horse. Not my horse. Like it's just like other horse. Yeah, what about my horse? I don't have a horse. You discovered laundry? No! I don't want to discover laundry. Don't mind me, man. I'm just going around at night picking herbs. So there's a saddler there. I just don't want to pay the dude groschen because groschen is like so difficult for me to get. Hi, dog. Okay, we got a smokehouse again. Dude, everybody's got a smokehouse. I didn't realize these bros back then were all about grilling. So the dog saw me, so I'm not going to touch any of that. Because if anybody sees you, they logically know that it was you that stole something. And while that applies to people, I don't know if it applies to like a guard dog that is literally barking. Wait, I can sleep here? I mean, that'll work. Stop right there, criminal scum. I mean, at least this gets me more towards daylight. And a little bit more health back. Gotta smoke sundry, pickle everything. Yeah, it is wild how fast the food goes bad, which, again, yeah, it's like I get it. There's no, Wait, do I need to launder my clothes if it's raining? Life hack?
What's that noise? What's going on here?
I don't know. What's going on here, housemaid?
Did you get lost in the dark? What do you want? Isn't it a bit late for visiting?
No, it's a bit early for visiting, actually. So you're telling me to get out. I don't know.
Lost in the dark?
I don't know that I'm trespassing. Hi.
Pardon me.
First streamer to discover laundry. Yeah, it's a new tech advantage that I have over other streamers. Okay. Lockpick very easy. Wait, is this actually a dog? Okay, it is. I was like, or is it a gimp? Feverfew? Huh.
Cheers. I hope you have an uneventful shift.
In other words, I hope you don't catch me. Yo, we've got a grocer. I could definitely steal from the grocer.
Careful.
Chamomile decoction or marigold decoction, which is a straight heal. Okay. That works. Is this the saddler? Yeah, this is the saddler again. I need to go on this side of the road, because what I'm looking for is just like various things like a grinding wheel. So there's a drying rack somewhere here. Did it instantly dry? Also, I like how she was saying the Lord's Prayer. Definitely a nice touch. Okay, I received dried thistle. Okay, so now I can dry my herbs, which should, again, make them last longer. Aha! Pretty sure this is where Pebbles is. Wonder how you get the loaded dye. Remember wearing clean underwear? Never heard of. Well, as you know, even if I wear clean underwear, I immediately soil it at the thought of any difficulty in a game. Survival in 11. I don't know if like plants and stuff regrow. It would kind of suck if they don't. Because everything in this game feels like it spoils. That's my horse. So this is Pebbles, chat. There are many horses like him. He is the only one. Bitterklee. Arant. Jarmilka. Damn, Jarmilka got a nice, like, saddle. Acorn. Oh, hey, well, hold up. Who you? You're just a horse.
So I says to him, "No, father, I haven't been fornicating. I've just been loving my neighbour."
Okay.
You're right there, laddie.
Oh, you should have seen him. He went as late as a cardinal's
Leaky,
hat.
thank you for the resub. Appreciate it, my man.
Aye.
How you doing?
Hey, servant, bring some wine.
Me? No, I'm not a servant.
Oh, I know. Old Serene is saving supplies for the wedding later. But you didn't need to bother your wee head about that.
Look, I'm not from here.
Oh. I didn't give a fuck what you free. You speak our language, do you not?
Why is he Scottish?
Well, Yurko, seems to me this fella doesn't know how to behave toward his betters.
The old man.
Hold on, chat. I realize it's like all
Hired hands.
copy.
Lacking in manners. We'll soon fix that.
Are we gonna fight?
You're a wee fucker a slap in the ground. The cheeky wee
Wanker!
How am I supposed to block?
Come on. Oh, you wee blasted!
The devil's name is fucking going on here?
Did I win?
What do you think's going on, Grandad? I'm teaching your people here how we do things.
Grandad?
Why, Grandad? An old captain like you probably still remember the flood.
Damn, bro's about to get
I am old. And I remember all sorts of things. Like you. When you were a little nipper running around here bare arse, with a ribbon in your hair, screaming out how you was Princess Sophie. Poor lad, hadn't a moment's peace from his big sisters.
Special banner and FGO, nice.
Who in God's name are you?
Henry. The Takoff blacksmith sent me. Radovan.
Blacksmith, eh? Then you'll have some explaining to do. Come along and never mind that fool Yurko. Young Samin's getting married, so we has to put up with his kin from Moravia.
We'll be needing a dozen geese. And I must tell Vashek to get 3 pigs ready for slaughter. And the carters will have to be sent to Yetchin to get at least a peck of poppy seed for cakes. And gingerbread spices. Oh, and wine, too. It's almost all gone, what we bought only last week.
Enter!
Sorry to intrude, sir. This is Henry, blacksmith Radovan's hand.
Oh, excellent. Dorothy, leave us now. Just make sure that there's plenty of everything so long as it doesn't cost too much.
But, sir...
Not another word! Leave us!
Damn.
So Radovan sent you alone. Who's going to unload it all? It's a whole cartload.
Yeah, Radovan sent me, sir, but not with the goods. The thing is, he's missing his cart, along with the carter in his hands.
What? But they never came here. Are you telling me they got lost?
Well, I couldn't tell you what happened to them, sir, but it's my job to find them.
There are all sorts of vermin roaming the countryside.
Oh, no
sir.
need to imagine the worst right off, gnarly. Anyway, I need the load from that cart, so saddle up your old nag and we'll ride out, Captain. I could do with a breath of fresh air. I've had it up to the eyeballs with counting geese and pies.
What about Henry here, sir?
Well, what about him?
We could use an extra pair of hands. You know how my shoulder's acting up. Yurko is shit-faced, and your son...
The older has work to do. All right, take Henry with you if you want. Just so long as he doesn't slow us down.
Thank you, sir. So, lad, you going with us? I hope you're happy about it.
Yeah. I'll be glad to help you.
Oh, you reckon we can't manage on our own?
No, that's not how I meant it.
Take it easy, son. I'm only yanking your pizzle. By
Don't
the
yank
way,
my pizzle.
the fellas at the gate say you came here on foot.
Yeah, I did.
Christ above. And how are you going to ride with us? On the back of my saddle? You're a bit big for that, ain't ya? And I'm a bit too old.
Actually, that's what I was expecting. How would I ride otherwise?
You wouldn't. You'd walk. Unless you can get yourself a horse.
Well, those don't come cheap.
True. But your luck's in, lad. Our groom brought in a grey nag not long ago.
Yeah.
Tell him you've got to ride out with us, and he'll give it to you for a decent price.
All right. Thanks.
Well, that should be that. Unless you've got any more questions.
Actually, there is something I'd like to ask about. This Yurko and his mates, who are they?
They're Lord Samin's kin. They're fine as long as they don't get too much booze inside them.
Only they're from Moravia, so they're never far from the booze.
But what can I tell you, lad? Each to himself. Besides, they stick with the family when push comes to shove. And you can't say that about everyone.
And you, sir? What is it you do?
Well, son, I wonder if I haven't made a mistake about you. If you haven't figured me out by now, you can't be very bright.
No, I just meant, what exactly is it you do for Lord Semin? And your name isn't exactly very common.
I'm the captain here, and I'm sure I don't have to tell you what a captain does. As for my name, it's a nickname Lord Samin's grandpa gave me. May he rest in peace. When I joined his service as a young fella, I took my gnarly club with me. Wouldn't use anything else. I was used to it. And more than once helped me to, well, win an argument. I broke many a hard skull with it. And it's still in one piece, We've been together so long, we even share the same name.
You're lucky you didn't turn out to be Captain Knob.
Or Captain Headcracker. You're right.
I'd like to go and see that wedding.
Wouldn't we all, lad? And what would you do there?
I'd eat and drink my fill and check out the local maidens.
I hope Lord Sameen didn't hear you. He'd be none too pleased to hear you want to take part in such a grand affair, just to stuff your face and roll an A with some drunken wench.
I beg your pardon, Captain, but that's what most fellas go to weddings for.
That's an unspoken truth, son. Unspoken, mind. Anyways, you're Radovan's hand, ain't ya? He'll be coming to the wedding. He's making a wedding gift for the groom. Stick with him, and maybe he'll take you with him.
We should probably get going.
That we should. But it's getting pretty late. We need daylight for a search like that. Come back in the morning and
What do you mean it's getting late?
If you want, stay here. You'll get a bit of grub in the kitchen and you can sleep in the barn.
God be with you. God bless.
Oh, hey, Yurko.
What? Once wasn't enough for you?
No. I want a rematch.
Forget it, pal. I'm never gonna scrap with you again. I've had enough for today.
I just don't like the fact that he's Scottish.
You've got quite an unusual accent. Where are you from?
Can't you tell? From Znojmo in Moravia. Lovely country. All vineyards and bonny lasses.
Well, you don't like it here?
You see any vineyards and bonny lasses here? The locks are broad, all right. They didn't exactly lift your spirits, but more the other way around.
You're related to the Semines, if I understood right.
Aye. I wouldn't be here otherwise. My great-grandmother married young Lord Sameen's great-uncle. It's not every day that your, first cousin, once removed, gets married.
You're a long way from Moravia. You must hold Lord Semine in high esteem.
My pa holds all his kin in high esteem, so he sends us all over the place. But we didn't have all far to go. We were at a wedding in Rottenburg last week, a wee bit from Yichlava. Before that, it was a bairn's christening at Koschenberg, and another wedding in Dalchin. Then a friendly visit to our kin, the Shellbergs in Kuhlberg. That's all I mind. I haven't been home for 6 months, and I didn't care.
Why don't you want another fight?
Why would I want a stramash? I'm nae a man of violence. Tradition has been honoured already.
Is it your custom to beat up envoys who come to the courtyard?
Envoy or no, when a new bloke turns up and gives us a queer look, he gets a clout in the gob. That's fair, isn't it?
Uh-huh. I understand, I suppose. You must fight all the time then, eh?
Like I said, I'm nae a man of violence. But customs is customs.
This is the son that they talked about. I thought that was a rat, but that was my feet. Dude, that must have sucked back when there was, like, no air conditioning or no, like easy way of, like, heating a location.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
Greetings, Master Guard.
Where the fuck am I? Wait, Rob? Hmm. Can I not cleanse myself in that? Oh, is this the kitchen?
That's not bad.
I'll taste. I was told I could eat. Can I clean myself in the trough?
Good day to you.
Hi. Oh shit, I forget how this works.
Can't get any better than this.
Yeah? So its quality's back to 100%. Try Florida, but with no AC, right?
All right. Done.
Greetings.
All right. Done.
Eh?
Yeah. Can't get any better than this.
They could get syphilis and die of it in that time. Jesus.
That should do it.
Okay, so now I have sharpened all of them, which now they're worth stuff. You discovered dice. Hey, wanna play, Moravian man?
I hear you like to play.
What game would you like to play?
I'd like to play the game that makes me a lot of money.
Let's play beggars.
Let's play.
Yeah, let's play.
Come on then, show us what you can do. Unless you're playing for the first time.
Thank God he didn't take the 2 5s. Okay.
We didn't have such dice when I was young. We shaped them out of clay and played with them. And they were rounded and didn't have any numbers on them.
Damn it! That can't be possible!
I said as much.
Come on. Give me more money.
Would you like to play dice?
What game would you like to play?
I'd like to play the game that gets me
Let's
the
play
money.
beggars.
Let's play.
I only need 160 groschen. And I'm in it to win it. Big boy.
Have you lost your mind? You're going to lose everything.
No, you. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you actually kidding me?
Excellent! And
what the hell?
Aren't those dice sad?
Would you like to throw some
I
dice?
swear this game cheats at dice, dude. I swear.
Let's play beggars.
Let's play.
Maybe you're not playing for the first time, but you can't beat me.
How much money do you have? Not a lot, and I just busted.
It'd be worse if you already had 3 1s. Here.
It would be nice to see the AI bust once. I feel like I, as the player, bust all the time, and the AI just never does. See? Bust. Bust. He got it. Oh, good. I thought it was a 1. Thank God. The AI was actually stupid for once. Oh, wow. Get fucked. Now I got it.
Damn it, I'm so fucked.
I've reached a new level. New perk point is available. Huh. Hard-working lad. Oh, okay. The charming man is what I already have. Driven by vengeance. Gain 10% more attack damage and faster stamina recovery. Effect lasts 30 seconds. That's actually nice. That could be good or bad. If your charisma is higher than 20, your armor will be considered 15 higher. Huh. Actually don't know that any of these are something that I want. Like, driven by vengeance is probably good. I'll get up. Come on. Time for me to play you in dice.
Would you like to play dice?
What game would you like to play?
The game where I get all of your money.
Let's play beggars.
Let's play.
I'm seriously curious about you, lad.
I'm curious about your money. Gonna try the AI's approach.
If I was you, I'd take it.
If I was me, I'd be a dumb. Gonna take the free 300. Unfortunately, he's gonna get a full straight right here. Not quite. Just gets to do it again, though.
Good day. These ones here.
He's going straight for the jugular. God, I really hope he busts. Yeah, he just took it. That was smart of him. He's way ahead of me now.
You have to have a bit of sense and count the dice.
It's what's happening, you piece of shit. And he just wins. He just wins. I can't do anything.
Money! It's all mine.
I just don't
How about trying
understand.
your luck at dice?
What game would you like?
Wait, now I can do Wagoners?
Let's play.
I guess because now he has enough money to do Wagoners?
Oh, Fortuna! May the best player win.
Fuck you.
Well, that's no great loss. You didn't have much.
Come on, game! Let me play! Guy had 3 2s and didn't go for it.
Alright, that'll do.
You can at least let the AI... Thank you!
Come on.
I feel like I bust a disproportionate amount to the AI. Holy shit, what?
It's a good thing you don't throw like that all the time. These ones here.
Bro, you... I was gonna say, you better take that.
Pick them up and throw them, then I pick them up and throw them again. That's all there is to it.
All there is to it, chat. I got at least a 1. This is risky.
You're not afraid of anything.
I got 2 more 1s.
Enough! I'm stopping! I simply can't believe it!
So he doesn't want to play anymore. Now I lost 3 gold to him, but I gained 10. So I literally netted 7. You want to sit? You want to sit? Come on. Come on, sit.
Would you like to throw some dice?
What game would you like to play?
Let's play beggars.
Let's play.
Damn.
Come on then, show us what you can do. Unless you're playing for the first time.
This is the first guy I beat, isn't it? We're just gonna score and pass. Now, surely you stop.
That'll do.
Okay. Bro is lucky.
Threw a 5 that one time, then another 5 and a 1. I threw 3 2s, but I took a 1 and threw again. But then he got 2 1s and a 6.
What? What did that guy just say?
Even a fool gets lucky sometime.
I think the bad part about the 1500 games is, yeah, you're literally just like, you're one bad dice throw from somebody just winning.
Let it be now. I want to play too, you know.
Fuck off.
Have you lost your mind?
Yes.
You're going to lose everything.
See, you can do it. Keep it up.
I just need him to bust.
Great, and it's
now
mine.
I can die.
You're out of luck, my boy.
I've truly seen everything.
What is this? What is this? Bro takes my money and leaves.
What? One's what?
More than
That's good.
Oi!
I'm sorry.
Oh, bastard, steal all my money and run off. I don't remember if that makes me muddy or not. I think it does. I too stare longingly into a corner.
The Lord be with you. What do you need?
that grey horse you have grazing here is mine.
What do you mean, yours? I bought it fair and square. I admit, it was only for a few groschen from some suspicious lad who found it down by the Rock Tower Pond, but that horse is not branded, so it belongs to me now.
Look, you know they attacked an entourage by that pond, right?
I heard about it. That news spread through the land like wildfire.
And the one who sold it to you told you he found it by the pond, right?
Well, he did, aye.
So it's not entirely impossible she belonged to me.
Maybe not impossible, but I paid for her.
Aye, but just a few groschen. You said so yourself. Wouldn't you rather be in the good graces of someone who might have been part of that expedition?
Let's go.
Maybe so. All right, I'll give it to you. But you owe me one.
Sure.
Go and get her then. If
Yeah.
she remembers you, she might even come when you whistle for her.
I love it when she
Safe
comes
travels.
when I whistle for her.
Greetings to.
Okay, please tell me that's saved. Oh god. X to call your horse, eat him out. Trot, canter, gallop. Okay, so spurs raise your horse's resolve. Horse auto follows paths. Left shift and left control to speed up and slow down. X to dismount. S plus space to rear up. Horse inventory. Bridle harness and horseshoes for the saddle. Faster, able to carry more, and even less likely to spook. Movement item to saddlebag or back. X.
Good.
I have a horse. I can't control my horse. Okay, so now we can get up north. And we can try to... West Hipster? Is that a new thing? I don't remember that being a thing. I don't care. I just know I want to go north because I want to find my dog. Because now that I've got my horse, my dog is like the next biggest thing that I need. I need my dog basically because dog will help out a ton in combat.
Quick!
Okay, thank you. I don't need the, like, tutorial to pop up every friggin' time. Actually, I need to go this way.
Whoa, whoa. There now.
I don't have a bow and arrow. I'd rather kill those guys.
Go! Quick!
How's my food? My health is shit. My food is still okay.
Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
What? How's that missing? Like, what the fuck is my, like, range, dude? Alright, bro.
Whoa, whoa.
I was promised flesh. You get overloaded, get rid of some items from your inventory, or move them to your horse's saddlebag.
Blessings to you.
I guess he was telling me be over encumbered to sprint. Apparently, this is exactly how you like raise your strength. Must have already discovered this place. Okay, there's a drying rack. Is it literally in the place that I just came from? Okay, so now we can dry our meat, and that should allow us to... Oh, I can also wash up. Yeah, it won't look like I butchered a cow. Private area, schmivate area.
You know business here. Get moving.
Okay. The strength reached 8. Train hard, fight easy. Alright, strength level for all melee weapons is lowered by 1. That seems kind of bad. The parrying capacity is increased. Okay, clinching I think is actually really nice to have. I can smoke the meat. Smoking. I received 45 smoked beef. I've ever so slightly overeaten. Huh? Huh? Becoming so dark I have to have my torch out or else the guards will stop me. Hi, Pebbles. Okay, Pebbles, we need to go north. We continue north! Yeah, I gotta like cut through this forest. Oh, that's the Wagoner's Inn. This is where we started playing again. Hey, Peaceful, how's it going, bud? Okay. We're coming up on the camp.
Whoa, whoa.
This it? Yep. I think this is it. And before I get woken up. Nope. Yeah. Awesome. May as well eat first thing here because I don't want the cooked meat getting any worse. Basically, its nutritional value is dependent on how long you intend to preserve it. I'll probably see if I can cut up here at any point. Like maybe here. Can the horse go up it? Yes, perfect. Okay, I definitely don't need a torch out. Oh, also. This is marigold. I think his chat was indicating this basically will let me make some concoctions. Okay, should be enough. Yep, that's pebbles. I could ask about Pavlina and Troskowitz. I think she sells a recipe that I need, but we're gonna keep on keeping on north. I need my dog.
Go.
I've clearly never been through here. The game is absolutely beautiful, though. I will give them that. I know it's CryEngine, so you do kind of expect that, but, like, it seriously is.
Bloody man. What a nag. Phew.
What are you looking for?
Oh, I found this parchment close by, and if you ask...
What, exactly?
All right, well, I'm hoping it's a treasure.
Show me the map.
Well, how about you show it to me? I'm pretty familiar with these parts. I might be able to help you.
Yeah, right. And then you keep the treasure as a reward for your help, eh? No way. As they say, finders keepers. And it was me who fished it out of the dead man's pocket, so it's mine. Besides, by the look of you, you'd only get yourself a townie out in the woods.
Me? A townie?
I was pretty much born in the woods. I was
Molded
nursed
by
by a
it.
bear and rode a wolf's back before I took my first steps.
As if. You're full of shit.
Yeah, maybe a little. But I do know the area. Believe me, all it takes is one wrong turn and you'll be walking into a band of cutthroats. And if they find that map on you, and you're unable to tell them where to hunt for the treasure, well, God help you. That's all I'm saying.
You mean they'd want to kill me?
No,
Yeah.
not that. No, not right away, anyway.
Yeah,
They'll
they'd
probably
want to kill
torture
him.
you first. Something similar happened just the other day, beyond those trees. They found the poor sod half-skinned. Horrible way to go.
Look,
Half skin.
you know what? This is more of a job for someone like you. Why don't you take the map?
Really?
No, I insist. Here. Think
What?
the pleasure's all...
Sucks to suck.
Good.
Somebody left this body.
Whoa, whoa.
Stand still!
What? Bro! I got game!
What do you want?
Let me. Okay, my horse was next to me.
Take that! You want to try me?
Nice hit!
How am I supposed to do anything? There's no stamina! Like, I feel like I've watched guides on the combat, and it's still just so ass. I do get that, like, at the beginning of the game, that you're bad at it. But I also feel like the game just does not lend itself to a, like, easy to under... This is how far back I go? There goes all of my money that I won in gambling. There goes me convincing the guy that I want my horse. If I don't convince the guy right here, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. Dude, I even fucking, like, rested, and it still didn't count. Like, huh? Your bed. Wow. Amazing bed. Pretty sure there's at least one mod for the saving. I'm sure there is. And I think, like, honest to God, the game just needs better like auto saves more than anything. Like, me getting my horse should have been considered an auto save. That's just actually ass.
Lord be with you.
Now I gotta find the dude who has my horse. Like, it's the guy I bought it from earlier. And it doesn't give him a quest marker. Dude, where's my horse classic? Yeah.
God bless.
Who the fuck are you? Where's the guy that tends to the horses? I think the other thing that I dislike is, like, as opposed to something like Skyrim, I can't be like, hey, random wench, where is the stable master? Like, I can't just ask somebody where someone is because they just fucking move around. And I have no idea where the fuck he is. And he's not where he's supposed to be. He's not literally at his job. He's the hired hand again.
What's up, youngster?
No, we're not.
What's up, youngster?
See, like, where was this guy?
Greetings. What brings you here?
That grey horse.
What do you mean? I bought it, I admit, but that horse, so it belongs.
Look.
And the one who. Well, so it's not in. Maybe not in.
Aye, but just if. Wouldn't you rather be in the.
Go and get it. If she remembers. May she serve you well.
Like, how did this not count as an autosave? That's my point. And I get that it wouldn't have been a whole lot of progress in the end, but still, like, what the actual fuck? Okay, so now I'm gonna go try to sleep in my bed, and that might count as a save. I don't think that counted still, and yet it still said like sleeping in an owned bed counts, and I'm like, well, the game literally gifted me this bed, so I don't get it. I'll have to figure out something on that front, chat, but either way, this is frustrating. I think this game has a lot of potential, but it is so clunky. And I know that they want it to be realistic, but that is my chief complaint with it, is it's almost so realistic, it is beginning to, like, spoil some of the fun. Should I have saved? Yes. Should I not have taken on the bandits? Probably. I also just didn't expect to get completely bodied by said bandits. They looked like they were worse for wear and that I wasn't. And that was definitely not the case. So it is what it is. Okay. Wow. I see no one. Nope. I don't see anybody on. So, yeah, I guess we will end it here for tonight. I will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow will be more FGO, and I don't know if we'll do Kingdom Come Deliverance or mix it up. We might do a React stream or something like that. So, we'll see. But thank you guys for hanging out with me to the end. I know Kingdom Come's not everyone's cup of tea, and I know I'm a little bit slow on the uptake of this game. Just taking me time because it's a very complex and not well described game. It is what it is. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good evening.